What is going on, guys? Quality XA here today, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video on Destiny 2. Now today we're actually going to be covering a load of news for you guys, so you're definitely going to want to watch this video in full. But first off, we literally just got a brand new trailer, so roll that and then let's break that down just a slight bit, but getting into this.
Go! This is where you prove you're a Gambit veteran. Lock and load.
So as you guys saw through that trailer, we had a pretty load of good information there, some really cool stuff. The thing that I wanted to focus on most was the sets of armor. So as you guys can see, first up, we've got the Reaper set. So weaken high value targets, multi-kills generate special ammo, gain increased moat lifetime, and powerful enemy kills increase grenade recharge. Next, we've got the Sentry Set. So for this, you got multi-kills, grants a damage buff against Taken. The Bank gives health regeneration. Mark invaders for teammates. Buff allies in Well of Light. Next, we've got the Collector set. So drops moats on death. Moats grant overshield. Gain ammo on moat deposit. And send giant 20 moat blockers. Yes, you can collect 20 moats with this Collector one. And then last but not least, we've got the Invader set. So gain ammo while invading, improved invasion overshield, and damage bonus on guardian kills, and lock and drain moats from the enemy bank. So this sounds like the game mode is completely revolutionised from the normal Gambit. I really cannot wait to actually try this out. I'm definitely going to be going with the Invader or the Sentry set. The Sentry set does seem really awesome, but I do like to invade, so we'll have to see what I actually do with that. Next up, we actually got our first in-game image of the brand new Gambit interface. So as you guys can see here, this is basically what it's going to be looking like. In the background, you can obviously see part of the story, what we're actually going to be uncovering, but it looks really awesome. Next up, we actually got this. So I hope you can actually restrict what type of armor you get from the Reckoning. I don't want to get the Collector, Blocker, Breaker and Killer armor set and not get any Invader pieces somehow. And Cosmo said you get to choose which armor you pursue. So really awesome. It does look like you're actually going to choose what armor you do get, which is a very good way of doing this. I would be pretty annoyed if I wanted the Invader and actually didn't get any of that. But regardless, that is a really good little feature there. So cannot wait to actually do that. Let me know in the comment section below what armor set you're actually going to be choosing first. Next up, guys, we're actually going to be rounding up all of the information from the podcast, from the Fireteam chat. Now, I will leave a link to the Reddit post in the description because it was brilliant that they rounded all of the key information up. So first up, Gambit Prime. So Gambit Prime matches are 1 round and will last between 7 and 10 minutes. Armor will unlock perks, but the perks themselves are not tied to the armor. There are pinnacle perks, 2 of which we got told about. One will allow you to become a blocker and drain the other team's moats. Another one will allow you to collect up to 20 moats and drop a massive blocker on the other team. If you have 2 or more blockers on your bank, your moats will get drained. Armor will glow more brightly as you make progress towards pinnacle perks. You can mix and match sets to get benefits of, say, the Invader perks and the Sentry perks, but you have to fully commit to one role to get the Pinnacle perk. They mentioned a consumable synth that can increase your tier if you fall a little short of your next perk, but this synth is dual purpose and it is tied in with the Reckoning, and therefore your loot drops. More about this in synth section. So Prime Evils will be mechanic based like mini raid bosses. There's going to be 3 new maps, one available at launch and the other 2 will be added over the coming weeks. And then tier 3 perks will not be available until some weeks have passed, so expect the game mode to change a lot as time goes on. Next we've got the Reckoning. So this is a 4-person match-made horde activity with difficult mechanics. It will not be easy. Think Day 1 Escalation Protocol. You can stay in this game mode for as long as you like. If I heard correctly, this activity takes place inside the Drifter's ball thing. Special motes are required for the special loot drops, more on this in the simp section. You can participate without special motes, but you won't get any of the cool gear. There are apparently still loot drops, however, similar to how you need a frame in the Black Armory to get better Black Armory drops. This activity has 3 tiers. After completing tier 3, you then get a chance at getting the armor type that corresponds with the type of special mote that you put in, which you will have earned by banking simps into your portable mote bank. The devs gave very little info on how the timers are going to work. There are ways to regain time. It sounded like there's definitely going to be some form of countdown. Very vague, but they went on to say they want the community to work together and figure it out, so there might be a puzzle here. Next we got the simps. So a consumable that you can use to buff your tier, but also directly tied with loot drops. Simps are specific to your role, so if you have various types such as Reaper simps, Invader simps, Collector simps, and so on. Simps are banked in your portable mote bank I mentioned earlier, which then causes special motes to drop, which can be used in the Reckoning for a loot drop chance. To get these simps to drop, my guess is that you have to do something specific to the role. So Collector simps will drop when banking 15 motes, Invader simps will drop when you get an invasion kill, and so on. That is not the actual confirmed way, but that is just some speculation. We also got how to get GP loot drop summary, so earn simps which are specific to your role. Bank simps in portable bank, which creates special motes which will be specific to the type of simps you banked. Bank the special motes in the Reckoning event bank, and complete tier 3 for a chance to drop specific loot to your types of motes that you have been depositing in the activity. Next we got the Allegiance Exotic Quest. So make sure that you actually have 2 characters for this or you will miss 50% of the content. Bungie made it clear you want to do both sides of this quest. So this quest will have the player make a decision. You will either choose the Vanguard or the Drifter. This choice is permanent, but you can actually complete it with 2 different characters, so you can do both sides of this. And you can actually choose sides of the exotic, so you'll either get the Fawn or you will get a different weapon. That weapon is currently unknown. It's not 100% confirmed, but that is just some speculation. Depending on what side you will choose, you may or may not get a different exotic. Next up, we actually got some Iron Banner changes. So players will now be able to grant themselves a power boost or decrease. Better players can drop their PL by 100 to increase the difficulty. This is called Iron Burden, an emblem that tracks how many kills you get while Iron Burden is active. Unique, cadence, and vanity rewards for those who use Iron Burden. Players who are struggling can boost their power level to stay competitive. Loot drops might not be as good if you're using the buff to your power level. And we've also got Gambit private matches. I'm not going to go too much into that because we know that that is going to be some really cool functions there where you can test out a load of mechanics. And then we've got the other tab. So Xur bounties are going to only be available on weekends. These are called Invitations of the Nine and will be available in week 2 or 3. This will go on for 9 weeks and are apparently going to be a main chunk of the lore and story content in this season. There's also going to be a new title which you can unlock in the Season of the Drifter. Currently do not know what that is. And then last but not least, Bungie will be doing 3 weekly streams of Gambit Prime from the launch onwards instead of doing a stream before launch. This is because they want us to explore and discover Gambit for ourselves, blind on launch. So, there was a chunk of information there. Obviously, I read it all to you. The only reason I have done that is purely because I thought that you guys may want to obviously check out the podcast yourself, but that is just the main chunk of information. I hope it didn't drag on too long. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in that comment section below, how you think this season is faring out so far based on the information we have. And then next, we got this from DMG. So Xur will actually offer updated Forsaken exotics in the update next week. So really, really awesome. They did also say the team is looking at perks that can roll on armor pieces to make his weekly stock a bit more exciting. So really awesome. I personally have literally all of the Forsaken exotics, so this doesn't affect me too much, but I know the people that didn't play too much Forsaken, this is definitely a really, really good benefit for you guys. And then last but not least, we got a quick note from DMG. So he said we're actually updating the Year 2 armor in update 2.2.0 to feature random rolls on the stat package. So, what was once locked to a mobile stat package can now roll with a heavy, restorative or mobile stat package. So again, a really, really good step in the right direction with some really good changes there. But yes guys, that is pretty much the end of the video. If you enjoyed, a like would be much appreciated. I know there was a lot of news in this video, but there is just a load of stuff to cover considering how far we are and how close we are to the season now. But yes guys, peace out, and I hope you enjoyed.